Hi friends, today we are going to add two numbers in C. It is a very simple concept, just we have to take two variables A, say A and B, and we will add them and save the value in another variable, say sum, and then we will print it. It's very much simple, so I'll show it in C how to do this. So general concept is there are two numbers, say 2 plus 3, and we will get 5. So we'll say 2 is our A, 3 is our B, and their addition 5 will be our sum. So you can see we have to take two input variables A and B, both will be acting as our input variables and sum will be acting as our output variables. So let's get started. For this we first have to declare a library, say hash include stdio.h. That means standard input output library. So now we will define our main function. This is the place from which the compiler will start executing the program. Now, as I have said, we will need two variables A and B as input variables and sum as output variables. We will be adding the integer numbers, so we'll give them our data type as an int, and then we'll declare three variables as integer A, B, and sum. Now, as I have already said, A and B is an input variable, so we need to enter the values for A and B. For this, we will use our printf function, which will opt us to enter our input variable, enter the values for A and B. Now, we will use scanf function. This will read the values entered for A and B. We will use %d. We %d is generally used to capture integer variables. If we want float variables, we used to have %f and so and so. For every type of variable, there is different kind of values which is used to access or to scan that particular variable. So it will be %a, that is the address of a %. Whatever in that particular input variable, whatever is stored will be scanned by %d. It will store there. So you see we have scanned A and B. Now we have the variables value A and B. It can be anything, 2, 3, 4, just two values. That is fixed. Now we'll do our general mathematic equation here, which is sum equals to A plus B. Not very hard, right? Now we will show our result using printf function again. The sum of A plus B equals to %d. Now you must say what is this %d here? It will carry the value of sum. And I can end my program here. So it is a very simple short program, but you can also do it your formatting properly. Like I have taken both the values together, you can do it separately also. So we'll now compile our program and we'll see if anything is wrong with it. So for the compile we use alt F9. See, alt F9. So we have one error. If we press it, we'll get the error here, semicolon missing. So we have missed one semicolon here. See, so this is the error they are prompting us. This is the use of compilation here. Now we'll compile it again. Alt F9. No error. So we can now actually run our program. To run our program, we can have to use Control F9 to compile. Alt F9. Control F9. Okay. Now we can give the values like 2, 3. But what happened here, right? See, it worked. 2, 3, a plus b equals to 5. We haven't given the new line character. That's why it's coming all together. Let's give some other values 3 and 4. And this time if I let's add one new line character. This is called new line character. It prints the sentence from a new line. So it will become very much easy for us to understand. See, sum of a plus b is 7. But there's a problem. When we want to see our output together, not we have to click again and again to get the value. So if we want to reduce this and we want to do it every time newly, so we want to erase whatever is written above, right? So for that we will introduce one more library here, which is called conio.h console input output, and we will insert one function called clear screen, which will clear our screen for better viewing of the result, and will enter. And another problem was that we were unable to see our output together. So for that we have to use getch. It will pause the screen for a moment by which we can see our output all together. Now we'll do Control Alt F9. We'll compile our program again. There's not an issue here. We'll do Control F9. Now see, the whole screen is cleared. Now we can enter two values 2 and 3. We are getting the number 5. So we don't have to go to the program again and then come to the our output window again. It was done at a time. You can run it again. Control F9. Add 7 and 9. The value is 16. So this is how we will make our first program to add two numbers in C.